Cubs were in Pittsburgh last week, and that just reminds me of what a despicable organization and pathetic organization the Pittsburgh Pirates are. Lots of things happened in the last few weeks there that I wanted to talk about that lead me to make them our asshole of the week.
Whoa, the Pirates? Who cares? What?
Yeah, who cares about the Pirates? I agree, but there's too many things that happened in the last couple of weeks that I just couldn't ignore. I was going to nominate them about 3 weeks ago, and I'll bring it up in this case, but that I'll bring up what happened more recently and more disturbingly as a fan fell out of the stands over the Clemente 21-foot wall. I believe it was Wednesday night. Actually, it was during a pivotal play in the game, which I think actually kind of led to the issue. Dansby Swanson booted a ground ball to second base, and that either gave the go-ahead run or tying run. And at the moment, right after the play happened, you're just kind of, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? How the Cubs kind of giving this up against the Pirates? But I was watching on TV, and it's not Boog Shambi, and I think he's been ill for a couple weeks, which is kind of scary. But it was Jim Deshaies at least, but I don't even know who's doing the play-by-play. But they started talking like there was something happening in the outfield, and they're like, "Oh, we're not going to show this." And typically, the first thing I thought of is it's a streaker on the field or something, because they just don't show that stuff to encourage it. And so I went on social media and saw, of course, looked like a half naked dude like on the warning track. So I thought, oh, of course, it's a streaker, tried to jump on the field and hurt himself. Unfortunately, as social media does, video leaked of the incident, and then you found out what really happened. And it was fucking awful. And I would suggest not looking at the videos. It's awful what happened. It looks like the guy got so excited about that key play that he was sitting in the front row of the Clemente seats, 21 feet in the air. He jumped up, lost his balance, and went right over the fucking railing and landed on his goddamn head. I'm also bringing this up this week because there's news as of yesterday that he's awake and alert and communicating with people. But I thought he was dead immediately when I saw the pictures and certainly the video. To fall 2 stories right onto your head. I don't know how you survive, but it sounds like he does have a broken neck, broken back, and a broken clavicle, I think. But it sounds like he has no paralysis or anything. He's gonna recover. But the photos were just disturbing enough. The video is awful, but he had blood all over his face. But he was just laying there motionless, shirtless. Come to find out, and these reports, they're from not necessarily reliable sources, but it was people in the stands around him, said the guy was trashed. He was just drinking beers. He was pouring beers over his head. That's why he removed his shirt eventually. This is a Wednesday night. They've also revealed this man was 20 years old, which is below the drinking age, unless it's different somehow in Pennsylvania. He's a minor, and he was overserved by the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Not by the Pittsburgh Pirates, though.
It's not.
The news report came out. The people he was with, there's no receipts in the kid's name because they don't take cash at these places. The beers and mixed drinks were given to him by the people he was in attendance with.
So they snuck these into the stadium?
No, they bought the beers because you can buy more than one, and they gave them to the kid to drink. Happens at every other stadium.
Yeah, but I mean, there are ushers. That stuff.
That's not on the Pirates, though.
The Pirates are still liable. I mean,
no, they're not, because they didn't sell anything to a minor. Well, it's not the Pirates' fault.
Yeah, I totally disagree.
It's the people's fault who he was with. They were the irresponsible parties.
I mean, I've seen ushers stop people from drinking all the time. That happened to you and me at a Sox game. We saw a guy got kicked out because they were serving him. They were handing him drinks. So I've seen that a bunch of times, and that can't happen. So you can give an excuse, but I'm not buying that. I'm blaming the Pirates for that. So, but that again, that's not the only reason I'm making them asshole of the week. If that was, maybe you'd have an argument. But again, he fell over the Clemente wall, which is about Roberto Clemente is the only redeeming quality of the Pirates organization, if you ask me. He's just a Hall of Fame player, a Hall of Fame person. 3,000 hits back in 1973, I believe. Right at the end of the season, during that off season, he passed away in a plane crash, a plane that he rented on his own, to a cargo plane that he was flying supplies to earthquake victims in Nicaragua. I mean, he's a king. He was. I've argued that his number 21 should be retired across baseball, similarly to Jackie Robinson's 42, to honor what he did for the Latin community and what he's done for baseball on a similar level. So unfortunately, and they've honored the Pittsburgh Pirates. Have honored him with the Clemente wall. They built it 21 feet high to actually match his number. They have logos on the wall, but somehow they chose to remove the logos this offseason and put a hard seltzer ad on top of it, on the outfield wall.
Oh my God.
And the Clemente family saw this and wrote a letter like, what are you doing? Like, how are you like removing this honor for our father? Like,
Ugh.
and Pirates president, I forget his name, he came out and said he apologized, and he said it was an oversight, is I think was his term he used. And a little bit of literally inside baseball. I work in minor league baseball. I'm a graphic designer. I have made thousands of outfield wall pad ads, including memorial ads. We've got a number 42 up in Lansing here that I made based on a design that Major League Baseball sent me. But so I know how this process works. When you remove an existing graphic off of a wall pad and add a new one, there are multiple people involved. In my case, and even in a small organization like minor league baseball, Lansing Lugnuts, the owner would even be involved with what goes up on the wall. He actually approved ads that we'd be sent by clients, and if he didn't like it, we'd send it back to him. So I doubt the owner of the Pirates is involved to this level, but there are multiple departments. You've got the sponsorship department, you've got the marketing department, you've got the graphics department, you've even got the grounds crew that has to physically put up the new ad, and no one in that organization raised their hand pulling down this number 21 memorial logo in favor of a seltzer ad. No one said anything. No one batted an eye, and yet it was an oversight, probably by 20 people. Like, how could no one say, guys, are we sure this is a good idea to remove this? I do have to say, from a design perspective, the can of seltzer graphic they put up there fit the space perfectly. But the idea of it was just ridiculous and embarrassing for an embarrassing organization.
At least it could have been like Clemente Seltzer, and then you could have
yeah, something. Not even close. But just on top of that, they're a pathetic organization because they don't spend money. They pocket all of their revenue sharing money. They have the lowest payroll. At least I don't know if it's still currently the lowest. It's amongst the lowest, but they had played a game against the Dodgers this 2 weeks ago, and I think it was the largest payroll disparity in MLB history, which is partly due to the Dodgers, of course. But it just points out, they are. I think they're already 12 games below 500. They're wasting Paul Skenes, a generational talent. He's pitching every 5 days for Pittsburgh. He's probably going to win quite a few of those games, even though the Cubs actually did hit 3 home runs off of him, beat up on him. But they're just wasting him. Like, they finally get like the talent that they could ride, and they don't build around him because they'd rather pocket the revenue sharing money. So it's another travesty. They've done this for years. I'm sure there's a lot more stories if you're in Pittsburgh about cheapness of ownership. It's just obvious what they're doing, and it's just sad. And for all those reasons, even though you tried to shoot down one of mine, I think we can still agree that the Pirates are assholes.
Yeah, I'll give you 2 out of 3 for sure.
Okay.
yeah. I'm not gonna the biggest one. I think you were alluding to the fact a couple weeks ago you were going to bring up about the Clemente wall being removed, and to me that's a slam dunk. I mean,
yeah,
like everything you cited, he was a humanitarian and an incredible baseball player on top of it. So like, fuck, like that's just But hey, it gives them an opportunity to have a special Roberto Clemente night to reveal the new wall next season, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be good. Maybe they can turn this into a positive. Yeah. Hey, we put the
Yeah,
logo back up. Come out and
yeah,
see. We'll give you a bobblehead.
yes. But yeah, they are. Yeah, and you're right too. It's kind of like the Angels in a way. You're just
Yeah, I
talking
started thinking
about
that.
them. They wasted they had Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani on the team at the same time and couldn't make the fucking playoffs.
But they
So
spent money though. They spent outrageous amounts of money to
just
get
badly though.
bad
Yeah,
money, like on
yeah,
Anthony Rendon and other flameouts. So
yeah,
Pirates don't even fucking try, and it's ugh,
yeah.
it's gross. So Pittsburgh, you are our assholes.
Word Hole Media.